Hi, my name is Ailie, and I'm a research engineer at Adobe. Today I'll be presenting some work that was done during my PhD at UC San Diego in collaboration with Adobe Research, and was also a demo at last year's UIST. People often seek help online while using complex software such as iMovie, Excel, and many others. But the help that we find on the web lives in a totally separate world from the software being used. And as a result, searching for help requires switching our context, attention, and input focus away from the task at hand and onto the new task of searching. People are often reluctant to make this switch and search for help even when they need it. And prior work has shown that integrating search with the software being used can help people find what they need more easily and more quickly. For example, our recent work called Replay provides in-context search and navigation of YouTube videos. Replay helps direct users to potentially relevant moments inside these videos by searching the video's captions for moments that match the user's context and query, and highlighting these moments on the video timelines using the green and gray markers you see here. But even when the help is right there next to the software, people don't always search when they need it. We found with Replay that people are often hesitant to take their attention off their task because coming up with a good query is still a very separate task than what they're working on. Now, the ideal way to get help might be to have an expert sitting right beside you who knows your exact context and situation. And in these cases, people can use language as well as gestures and shared context to communicate more effectively. In particular, being able to point at things to reference them rather than explain them in only words can make communication a lot easier. So we wanted to see if we could bring these benefits of combining language with gesture or pointing to the task of help seeking with software. And we hypothesized that doing this might help people stay focused on their task while they search. So to address this first question, we built ReMap, an application that builds on Replay and contributes three main multimodal features to make searching easier. The first is using speech to initiate and dictate a search at any time while the user's working. In this example here, the user's working in Canva, a web application for graphic design, and ReMap is on the right. The user can search for help by saying, "Search," followed by their query.
How do I make a text shadow?
When the user is finished speaking, ReMap initiates a search. Second, the user can use speech to navigate the videos that come back from their search and follow along with them while they work in their software.
Play second video. Previous marker. Pause. Play.
And finally, the user can make deictic references by using the words this or that in their query and clicking on elements in the software to replace the reference with the name of the element they clicked on. And this can be especially helpful for software that has a lot of technical domain words that might be hard to remember.
Search. How do I use this?
So in this example, ReMap replaced the word this with the name of the tool clicked, noise reduction and equalizer. And ReMap does this by leveraging OS accessibility APIs to detect the names of clicked elements in any desktop or web software, as long as the element has an accessibility label. So we conducted an exploratory Think Aloud lab study where participants completed a graphic design task in Canva and used ReMap to search for help. And here's a quick summary of our main findings and takeaways. First, to answer our first research question, we demonstrated through ReMap how speech and pointing can help people communicate more naturally as they query and navigate their search results. For our second research question about whether this helps people stay focused on their task, our findings from this exploratory study suggest that it does. It helps people more efficiently split their cognitive attention between their task and the task of searching for help. Specifically, many participants found themselves listening to a video while looking at their task in Canva and following along with the video's instructions that they were hearing. This provided an efficient split of their cognitive channels. And of course, bringing speech into an application raises some usability challenges, such as how to correct mistakes in a query. And we believe future work could improve on these further to help people stay even more focused while they're searching for help. So thank you so much for listening, and I'd like to give a big thank you to all my wonderful collaborators.